Hello. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you are here. I'm so glad that you are committing to yourself. Now, if you have been here before, you are absolutely committing to yourself, and you need to congratulate yourself for that, for wanting to be more self-aware and committing to a 30-day mindful journaling challenge. And those of you that are new, thank you for being here. Thank you for having the interest in yourself and also wanting to challenge yourself and become more self-aware. My channel is all about self-love, mindfulness, positivity, meditation, and of course, spirituality. So we are on day 4, which is very exciting. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about. And if you're also new here, I'm just gonna preface by saying, if you haven't got a chance to watch my previous videos and my previous journal prompts, definitely do so, because it all ties in together and it creates a better story for you. It creates a better starting point to where you can gradually come to a point at the end of our 30 days where you have better controlled emotions and a newfound self-love and confidence for yourself. So I would highly encourage you to go back and just look at my previous videos. It's not too far back. We're only on day 4 and we have a few more days to go, and that's okay. We will cross that bridge when we get there. So day 4, our journal prompt for today is, what fear keeps repeating itself in my thoughts? Again, what fear keeps repeating itself in my thoughts? Now, fear is a very interesting emotion. Now, of course, we need fear. Fear can be a very good thing. As we all know, I'm sure we've experienced certain parts, certain circumstances in our life where we needed to have some type of fear. Fear is the body's protection. It's the way the body responds to certain stimuli or our environment, and it protects us. So it gives us our fight or flight, right? It gives us like that certain kind of heightened awareness. So that way, if something happens, we quickly can remove ourselves, or we'll figure out what to do quickly. Okay. So what happens if we have fear? What happens when we have fear, where it's all the time, like your body's not shutting that function out? And that's what we don't want. So the reason why we go into journaling and getting into certain prompts is because it'll help figure out where certain emotions stem from. And fear is definitely a big one. So we don't want our body to have this constant learned behavior of being in a state of fear, because being in a state of fear is being in survival mode. And survival mode for the body is very stressful, and you don't want to be in that mode all the time. So it's stressful in a sense that it keeps your body in this heightened state, so you don't know how to rest or relax. It messes with your brain function. You can't think clearly. Your brain gets a little bit more foggier, because the fear, the sensory of fear, it gets stimulated by our amygdala in the brain. And the amygdala is helpful for our resources and our judgment, right? So if we're constantly triggering the amygdala in our brain, then that creates a constant fight or flight mode. And then our brain becomes foggier over time, and we are having a harder time making decisions. And then your body's in a state of anxiety, which too much anxiety clouds the mind. You're not able to become peaceful. You're not able to relax within yourself. You're constantly on edge. And if you're constantly in this state, how can you connect with yourself, and how can you develop a relationship with meditation, which is also getting closer to yourself? And that is the ultimate goal, is just to come to a awareness in our body, be able to control our emotions, release fear that's unwarranted, that we don't need to deal with every single day, all day, and come to a state where we can properly meditate, properly relax, and properly come back to self. And the last thing I want to mention before we close out is to always be kind to your thoughts. Try not to give your thoughts any judgment. Try not to place them in a box. Just allow them to be there, nurture them, and release them. Thank you for being here on day 4. Day 5 is excellent, a great topic. I might switch things up a little bit, but all in all, we are going to continue the journey of self-awareness and self-love and being able to control our emotions. Because, like I mentioned, we want to get to a state where we can come back to self and be able to meditate and nurture our bodies completely. Thank you again for being here. And like I said, if you've been here before, continue to watch, continue to like my content, subscribe if you feel so pressured. No pressure. Subscribe if you like. And if you're new here, I would really appreciate a like and a comment. Let me know how you feel about the content. And of course, if you want more positivity and you want more self-love and more self-awareness, continue to follow my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year once again, and I will see you in the next video for our day 5 journal prompt. Bye for now, and remember to give yourself a hug and know that you are loved.